Good morning. How are we doing? Good morning. We're getting ready to get out the door. But I gotta clean this up real quick because it's making me crazy. I can't come home to... The house doesn't have to be perfect, but I can't come home to just discombobulation everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't have no peace in that. Good enough. It's cold outside today. It is cold. So, quick outfit of the day. You've already seen it, kind of. Staten Island shirt. Shane brought that back for me from New York City when him and the kids went last year. I found these Carrie Underwood joggers at a little resale shop called Uptown Resale, and I got them for like $12. And I don't know that anybody's ever worn them, and I love them. I love them. You can see. Let me back you up. I just love them. Aren't they cute? Cute. And they're so soft. I just love them. Basic jewelry, just some silver hoops, watch, no makeup, second day hair. And because it's cold, did I already say I think it's 40 something degrees? And I'm out of breath. My lungs don't like cold weather. And I've been running around the house, but I'm just like, I'm gonna have to hit my inhaler. We're gonna put on our NYPD hoodie. Oh, it's huge, warm, cozy, and I just love it. I love it. Can I tell you, I miss the girls at Total Medical, but I do not miss sales, interviews, makeup, heels, slacks, blouses. I don't miss that at all. And I get thrilled when I can go to work warm and cozy and comfy. Now I do have to dress up a few days when we have clinic, but outside of that, okay. What time is it? I got a few minutes. I'm packing like I'm going to college, so Mom got me a backpack going here. And let me show you guys my books. I've got 3 reads going right now. So the first one I have is called Unspeakable by Jessica Willis Fisher. It's triggering, it's traumatic, it's hard to read. Her story is incredible, but it's her testimony. I'm not even 3/4 of the way through because I've had to put it down a few times because it is heartbreaking. But it's going to have a good ending. So it's a memoir, if you will. And then I am reading Boundaries by Joyce Meyer. I don't read it page for page. I just kind of, it's one of those books you kind of pick through, read what applies to you in the moment. So boundaries are a big thing I'm working on right now. And this just came in the mail yesterday. It's Max Lucado's What Happens Next? A travel guide through the end of this age. I love Max Lucado. Max Lucado, however you say it. I've heard it said both ways. But these are my 3 books I'm reading right now. Put those in the backpack. I got a Brain and Life magazine, so I'll pick through that and then I'll leave it at the office for other people to enjoy. I got my lunch, so I packed, I'm not going to unpack it, I packed some beef and barley soup, some Smooth Move tea that I'm going to drink this morning, and because that takes about 8 or 9 hours to kick in, so by the time I get home from work, it's a good cleanse. My Smooth Move tea. I have cottage cheese and apples at work, so that'll be good for lunch. So we're going to put that right on top of here. We're going to try that. And we don't even have to zip it. We don't have to zip it. We'll just snap it. Okay. Keep going. I'm going to go refill my water. Make sure I have my keys. Where are my keys at? Where are my keys at? Can't go nowhere without keys. Found them. Okay. This is how we're going. OOTD. Let's get out the door. Oh, I don't have any idea what this vlog's gonna look like. Oh no. We'll see. I'm taking a little lunch break to go for a walk. It's chilly out here, y'all. Chilly. It is so nice. Howdy. We're home. We took Kips for a walk, fed him dinner, and while I was at work today, I had a hankering out of nowhere for some sugar cookies. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go home and make some sugar cookies. So I didn't want to do a mix. I wanted to do homemade. So we're doing homemade sugar cookies. And I haven't made these since Mom was here. And Mom used to make them. And she didn't need a recipe. She just did it. You know, it's that mom, grandma magic. So I ain't that good at it. So I have a recipe. I will link it below, but it's soft and chewy sugar cookies. So I'm gonna make sugar cookies, and when they cool, I'm just gonna put a little bit of icing on them, because that's what I'm feeling. That's what I want. So I turned her on while I cleaned the kitchen. There was a few dishes in the sink. I got all the ingredients measured out and prepared. And so y'all don't have to watch me do all that mess. I got all that done. So we are going to dive in and make sugar cookies with not homemade icing. We're just gonna use Creamy Supreme Pillsbury White frosting. Okay, we're not doing homemade icing. Mom would have done homemade icing. But, well, I'm not my mom, so we're just gonna do these and put some Pillsbury icing on there, okay? So, let's get this party started. The first thing you wanna do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. I've already done that. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do, in a medium bowl, whisk together flour, baking powder, and salt. So, the flour, I have 2.5 cups of flour. I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. This was a great recipe because I already had everything. All I had to buy was icing. So that was, and you don't even have to have icing. I just wanted it. And salt. And salt is 3/4 teaspoon. It says fine sea salt, but we ain't fine, and I don't think I have any sea salt. I might have pink Himalayan, but anyway, we're just doing regular old table salt. Okay. We're gonna whisk that together. Okay. I probably should have done this in a smaller bowl, but whatever. Here's your dry ingredients. Let's put this in a smaller bowl. Okay, our next step is in a larger bowl. We want to put in 2 sticks of butter at room temperature, but I had to melt mine down a little bit. So this is 2 sticks of room temperature, i.e. melted butter. 1 1/4 cups of sugar. I've already measured it out. And we're going to mix this with our handy dandy hand mixer, but I'm not going to make y'all sit here and watch me do that for 3 minutes. So hold please. Okay, it said to beat that till it's light and fluffy. Okay, well, looks light and fluffy to me, whatever that means. And then we're gonna add, well, it says scrape down the sides, so let's do that. Okay, then we're gonna add an egg. And then we're going to add 1 egg yolk. Wish me luck. We just want the yolk. Voila, 1 egg yolk. Bam. We almost had egg whites. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. With a little extra splash. And then we're going to beat that again. I think my mixer's broke. Well, I think my hand mixer finally went kaput. The little mixers won't stay attached. It keeps getting hung up. So it looks like I'll be in the market for that. But I've had this one for a long time. And it finally said, hey girl, I'm tired. I am so tired. But we got it mostly done. The rest of it, we'll just kind of mix it by hand. And then you slowly put in flour and your dry mixes. And, I mean, let's talk about it. I don't remember Mom using a hand mixer for sugar cookies. We didn't do all that. We did everything by hand. I remember. But I can tell you what, this little spoon right here, this ain't working.
Let's find something with a little more structure. This one's a little flimsy. Let's get something stronger. Let's get a good old wooden spoon. Now we're making bacon. Okay, put in a little bit more. I do remember just putting in a little bit at a time. Making a mess. It's not fun if you don't flip half of it out on the counter. That's not fun. I really need one of those bougie paddle kitchen mixer, KitchenAid things. That's what I need. But we're old school up in here. I am making a mess. It's fine. It tastes better when you make a mess. I don't know if you knew that or not, but if you make a mess, it tastes better. Okay. All right. We are getting a dough. We are getting a dough. My hands are hurting, but we're doing it. Speaking of hurting hands, I need to make another batch of my energy balls. So Riley's boyfriend, Justice, came over the other night. And he fell in love with those oatmeal, peanut butter, honey, chocolate chip energy balls. And he told Riley, he said, "Tell Amy I want energy balls for Christmas." He said, "Who made those? Did you make those?" And Riley's like, "No, Amy made those." He said, "Oh my God, those are so good." Because I had a batch in the kitchen or in the fridge. And he said, "Will you tell Amy that's what I want for Christmas?" So when Riley told me that, I said, "Tell that baby he doesn't have to wait until Christmas. I'll make him some energy balls just because." So Justice is Riley's boyfriend, and they've been together almost 3 years. So he's family. He's just one of the kids, you know. It's one of the kids. He is going to college for nursing. Riley's going to college for social work. And when they graduate, they plan on getting married. There's not a ring on it yet, but they're talking about it. They're looking. It'll happen. He's a good kid. We like him. Okay. There's that. Then we need a 1/4 cup of sugar because we're going to roll this up into balls. And then we're going to roll the balls in the sugar to coat it evenly. And then put the cookie balls on the cookie sheet. And then we're going to flatten them out a little bit. And then we're going to bake them. Whoop, whoop. Okay, I tasted the dough and it is good. It is good. So we're going to get our little scoop here. Okay. I'm just going to do a few with you. Make a ball. Roll it in the sugar. Place it on the cookie sheet. Now my mom didn't do all this part. She just plopped it on there and smashed it out with a glass, you know? Okay, so there's that. And I'm gonna whip these out real quick. Stick this bad boy in fast forward. Finish these up. Measuring cup, and we're going to mash them out a little bit. Let's put a little sugar on the bottom, if it'll stick. Probably no. Come back. This is gonna make a lot of cookies. We're gonna put them in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Alexa, set the timer for 10 minutes.
Good evening, Amy. 10 minutes, starting now.
First batch is done. Yum, yum. I'm gonna let them cool. In the meantime, I'm making dinner. It is 7:20, 7:18, and Shane will be home in about an hour. So I am making dinner, and we are gonna have hamburger patties with brown gravy and onions, green beans, and rice. That's what's for dinner. So I've got the hamburger patties going, and over here I've got some onion. Oh, there we go. I've got some onion, and I'm gonna caramelize those in butter. Okay? That's what we're having. Let's put some salt, pepper. Turn up the heat a little bit. Let's put on some hamburger deluxe seasoning. I think that'll be good. We're gonna have onions and brown gravy. So no bun. We're not having a bun. We're gonna have rice, and we're just having, this is 90-second in the microwave rice. So it's veggie fried rice. They have Mexican rice, jasmine rice, veggie rice. So we need to get this cooked up. So we're gonna have that, and then some French style green beans. Right out of the can. Yes, we are. Well, I had to put my apron on because grease is flying. We got our away girl apron. Anyway, the grease is flying from the burgers. And I didn't want to get grease on my Staten Island t-shirt. But we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. I can't make the green beans because my can opener, I took it to work with me this morning. I took it to work with me so I could open my soup, which I didn't even end up eating. I ended up having veggies and hard-boiled eggs, whatever. Anyway, can't have green beans, so we're going to fry up some zucchini blend. This is green and yellow zucchini. So we're going to fry this up in a skillet with some butter and some seasoning. That's what we're going to do. Okay, this little batch has cooled, so we're going to put a little bit of icing on them and do a quick taste test. I've been thinking about these all day. Reminds me of my mom.
That's good. The first batch I put in for 10 minutes. And they're not as soft. So the second batch I put in for 8 minutes. So hopefully they're a little softer, but they're cooling. Whatever. Those are good. This is a great little recipe. I hope, yeah. HandleTheHeat.com. Soft, chewy sugar cookies. HandleTheHeat.com. Okay. I'm still cooking the burgers. Well, the burgers and the onions done. The zucchini's cooking up. The rice takes 90 seconds. So I'm going to go ice these. And then I'll show you dinner when it's all plated up, and we'll wrap this video up. Okay, there's dinner. Hamburger patty, brown gravy, onions, rice, zucchini. It looks so good. Okay, so dinner was good. The sugar cookies were good. What you doing, Kips McGee? Are you coming to bed with Mom? Someone's coming to bed with Mom. That's a good job for you. That's a good job for you. Did you tell him how good the sugar cookies were? He had a little bite of sugar cookie. It was so nums. It was so nums. Anyway, we ate dinner. I think it's a little after 9, and I'm done with it. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I love you. The Lord loves you more, and we will see you in the next video.